Good morning, grade 6. How are you? I wish you are okay and everything is going well. Today, we are going to complete the last part 2 of the last session we take, which is the Nile Valley. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to know how to control the river. What's the Egyptian agriculture techniques? What did the ancient people or the people before do? Nile Delta, cataracts with Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, and our Egyptian crops. So this is what we are going to have today. Look here in the picture. As we said last time, that the Nile is the giver of life. Who can tell me why we say that the river is the giver of life? Who can tell me? Okay, Jana. Let's see. Yes, tell me, Jana.
Because it gives them water.
It gives them water. They use this water for what?
Drinking, washing themselves.
And the most important is
farming.
Farming, thank you. Okay. Yes, yeah, Anas. Tell me what's wrong, Anas.
What?
Anas.
Miss, I don't hear a sound.
You don't hear the sound? Yeah. You hear now?
Yeah, for your sound.
Okay. Now?
Yeah.
I will raise my voice. So as she said that the river was the giver of life because it's the main source of water and nobody can live without water. You know that it's the giver of life because it gives water to drink, to farm, to shower, to do all of these things. Also, the river Nile is a taker of life. How is that? How it gives and takes at the same time? Let's see. Sometimes rain are not heavy, so no overflow over the banks. No, as you see here in the picture, we have rain. The bank, the rain let the water flow over the banks. At this time, the sun with no water, these crops around died. So there will be no products, no crops, and no harvest. Okay? Sometimes there is, on the contrary, there is a lot of rain, too much rain. So the river, this river moving flood over water. So the people drown and also the crops destroyed. Anything in the middle is the best. No more and no less. What does this mean? When you eat, for example, you should eat not too much full, not too much less. When you drink also not too much and not less. So this also can be applied on the water in the Nile. when the rain is too much, it overflows the bank. When it overflows the bank, there is drown. There is people drown in the water, sink, and the crops destroyed when the rain is too much. Otherwise, when the rain is less, also there will be no water. So the sun will eat the crops and the crops will die and there will be no harvest. Got it? Any question in this part? Shall we move to the other part? Okay. So here we knew why. I have Dodo. Who is Dodo? Okay, Anas. Tell me, Anas.
Yeah.
Tell me.
What? What?
You raise your hand, dear.
No.
So this is now we got why the river Nile is both giver and taker. Giver gives water, taker because it takes crops, people drown, sun baked the land, and crops died up. How the Egyptians develop agriculture techniques. Look at the pictures we have here in the presentation. Egyptians, they build ditches. The first one is a ditch. To bring water in the field. Dodo, tell me, what's your question? Tell me. I cannot hear you well, honey. I cannot hear you well. What you say, dear? Your connection is not good. I didn't hear you well.
I didn't understand.
Which one you didn't understand? Which part? The first part or the second part? Okay, I will explain both of them again. Our river Nile, the water inside can be more and can be less. More or less is not good. Why? More, the river will overflow the banks. So this means crops die because of too much water. When you have a plant, when you have a crop in your home, and you used to put excessive water, more than 1 liter for water on this crop, obviously it will die. On the contrary, if you put less water, you didn't put water for this crop also will die because of less water. The same happens with plants, crops, or products aside the river. How's that? When we have so much rain, too many rain, the rain overflows, so the crops die. If we don't have rain, on the contrary, we don't have rain. The sun eats the crop that's in because the crops are left in the sun. So the sun eats the crop and the crop will die also. This is the point that I think you don't understand. You got it now? Adudu, you got it now? If no, raise your hand. Okay. Now move to the techniques of the agriculture development. How the Egyptian developed the agriculture techniques. What did they do? They build ditches. This is the first picture you see is the ditch, small and narrow water canal or something like that to water the fields. They build dams. The second picture is a picture for a dam to control the yearly flood, because when the flood comes, water passes, woo, woo, woo. So this is not okay for the crops because the crops will die by a lot of water. Number 3, they store water in ponds, like the picture you see here is a pond to use when the river is low. So Egyptians were very intelligent. They use their mind. They know how to preserve water in the time when the river will not be good. How? Building ditches, dams, and storing water in ponds. Who can tell me what are the Egyptian agriculture techniques? Who can tell me? Shall I pick or you raise your hand? Omar. Tell me, Omar.
They have built the ditches to bring water to their land to farm, and they have built dams to control yearly flood.
Yes.
Sorry. And they have stored water in their land because if the river was less, they will take from the stored water.
This heart is for you, Omar. Thank you. Okay, now I have Marwan. Marwan.
Yes.
Tell me.
The Egyptians developed agriculture techniques.
Yes.
They build ditches to bring water to fields, and they build dams to control yearly flood.
Bravo.
And they store water in ponds and pools to use when river is low.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Okay. Now let's move to the other point we have here. Okay. What happened as a result of farming and the river and this water and something like that? What happened? As a result of farming and benefiting from the river, the population around it increased. People start to come and live on the banks of the river. They irrigate, means they water, food to supply these communities, these people who live around the banks of the water. They were supervised by the government officials, people in the government. After a while, those people or those government had the upper hand on the agriculture. Yes, Ya Omar. You lower your hand? Okay. Okay, so as a result of farming, now we have farming. So a farm or of crops need people. So people think it's better for them not to go and come. They believe that they should stay around the banks of the river to support their crops or to take care of their crops. The government was supervising these crops, but sorry. But after a while, the government had the upper hand to control these crops. Any question in this part? Any question? Okay. The Nile Authority, yes, I have two questions. Yes, يا عمر. عمر.
Yes, can you repeat the last part? I didn't get it.
Okay. I will tell you something.
Miss,
Yes, يا عمر. I will
Miss,
yes, I will tell you now. Around the river banks.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, I don't hear you good.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, but sometimes your sound doesn't.
Okay, I will
This is Anas talking, not me, Miss.
connection. Maybe because of connection. You hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay. Let me tell you, people around the river banks, those people, they want to take care of the crops. So where they are going to live? They will live beside their crops. Yes or no? Omar. Omar?
Yes.
Yes. So those
Yes.
okay, so those people live beside the crops to take care of them. Who controls the crops farming? The government.
Government officials.
It has the upper hand to control the government. That's it. Okay or not okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now we move to another point, which is the Nile Authority. The Nile leadership is based on the ability to provide water for crops. So now is the slogan or the motto. As long as you want to control the Nile, as long as you provide water to crops. So they build complex irrigation system, produce more food to feed people in time of drought, and this food is used to feed laborers on public work projects. This means what? The one who controls the Nile is responsible for supplying people around with food. I supply you with food, I give food to people who are working in the projects, nearby projects, in the projects that are aside. They keep food to use in the time of drought, in the time of we have no water, and when the time when we have excessive water, because you know that more water means that the crops will die, less water means the crops will die. That's it. Any question here? Any question? Let's move. Now we have reached the end of the session. We spoke about the river Nile, how it gives and takes life, and this is your homework. To comment on how the Nile is both giver and taker of life. How's that? How the Nile do so? Who can tell me? The one who will tell me, I will give him 5 points bonus. Tell me, Anas.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, the question is comment on how the what?
How the Nile is the giver and taker of life.
Have an eye what?
How the Nile is both giver and taker of life.
Because we drink from it.
Mm?
And we
Okay,
plant from.
thank you. Thank you, Habibi. Jana.
Yes, that's right.
So, I say it's the giver or the taker.
No problem. Say whatever you want. Tell me.
Sometimes when flood comes, it destroy their crops.
Okay. So this is, it's a taker.
Yes.
Okay. Who else? Who else want to answer? Wow, I have a lot of people here. Okay, Marwan. Tell me, Marwan. Thank you, Habib. Marwan.
And it give to us water to drink and
The most important point is to farm, using water to farm, using water to
farm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. You were very smart today, very intelligent, very cute, as I know you. Send your homeworks. Please write your name, full name, and your class. Now, I want you to have a look on the coming video. It's very important for all of you to keep safe, stay at home, and to see this video. My advice to you, don't forget to wipe your hand, wash your